Carl dies at the very beginning, and he's traveling with Russ, who's taking him to heaven.
Nah, it's stupid. And then it's just a bunch of games.
Where they have the chainsaw up the butthole one, and then they have the one right there, and they're like, haven't you seen Saw?
No!
Or her survival instincts were like, if I share this door, it won't float anymore. Fuck that guy.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Hits Podcast. My name is Oscar. This is my sister, Sofia. This is our podcast. It's called the Hits Podcast, HTS, no I. Today, we don't really have a topic. We have an idea of what we might get into, but we're not just doing the whole episode on the one topic no more. So we're going to kind of open the floor and be like, what's up, Sofia? What do you want to talk about?
Meth.
You're stupid. Anyways. No. Let's talk about something else. What else is there? Why do you still have that mattress in your living room?
Laying on it.
Folded or unfolded?
Folded. Look, I'll show you how I lay on it. Move, Cyrus! Thank you.
Did you just throw your cat across the room?
No.
Could you?
Scared him across the room. This is my mattress. It folds.
Oh.
This is how I like laying on it.
Dude.
What? Did it look funny?
No, you might be offended. I don't know. This might be offensive. I don't know, maybe.
I looked real fat when I jumped on it, or what?
No, but you reminded me.
A lot?
Hold on. You reminded me of one time I was on Instagram and then I came across Lizzo's account, or like one of her videos, and she was recording and she was like, bro, I heard a rumor recently that at one of my concerts I like stage dive, like jump into the crowd. And she was like, I did that shit at one of my concerts and I fucking killed somebody. And she was like, what kind of fucking rumor is that? She's like, fuck, I'm big, but I'm not that big. And then she sets up the phone, like props it up on the side and like towards the side angle of her bed. And she fucking jumped onto the bed like that.
And I look like her, or what?
That it just reminded me of that. Not that, you're Lizzo, but like the other thing is when she did that, she jumped onto the bed. I sent that video to our cousin in Phoenix when I lived with. And I was like, I definitely would have died, bro. Anyways.
Look, I like laying on it like that.
Do it again.
I also like laying on it like this, just with Cyrus. And I just hold him trapped like this.
Bro, honestly, I might need to get one of those little mattresses and just sleep on that shit. My mattress is way too soft, or I'm way too heavy. Because I sink into it like this way too much. And every now and then I'll sleep on a mattress that's hard as a rock, and I'm like fucking like this, and I always feel like I sleep better on those. And like when I was there,
this mattress isn't hard.
When I was there for Christmas and I was chilling, laying on that little mattress, it seemed like firm, like in a supportive way,
It's nice and fluffy.
Ew, what are you doing? Did you just like squirt it in between your teeth? That's fucking gross.
It was delicious.
Oh, that reminded me actually. Because I was like, ew, you're like water flossing with candy. Like how unhealthy and gross, right? Stop doing it.
It works surprisingly well.
Did you see Celeste posted about being at the dentist? I don't think you did. Sophia's never on Instagram. Celeste posted about being at the dentist on her story. And then she was like,
she goes to the dentist?
Woohoo.
Since when?
She posted about it, and then afterwards she was like, woohoo, no cavities, no whatever. And then I was like, did they tell you your gums are disgusting? Because the last time I went to the dentist, they were like, hey, your gums are disgusting. You need to floss. And I was like, oh, flossing's real? And they were like, yeah, do it. And I was like, fuck, right? Never mind, I'm not going to talk about that. I was going to be like, I started using mouthwash since then, but I still don't floss, not really. Like once every 2 months, I'll get the little floss pick and like, But I don't know if that makes me sound gross.
The water floss?
It's so hard, bro. I've tried to use it and I just end up spraying myself in the face with water, and I don't know how to use it because like if I like keep it sealed with my lips like that, then my mouth fills up with water, and I'm like I don't know where it's supposed to go. And then if I open my lips and try and like spray it like that, then it sprays all over my face. Anyways, I thought about looking it up.
Have you tried asking ChatGPT?
Yeah. I've thought about looking it up.
ChatGPT is Oscar's new best friend.
You're my best friend. She's real bad. Anyways,
doesn't have her own money because AI doesn't get paid.
Yeah, no, well, I pay for it. Anyways,
does it go to AI? Just kidding.
Anyways, shut up. So I was like, did they tell you your gums are disgusting? And she was like, nah, I'm not gross like you.
I floss.
And she was like, I floss all the time. And then I was like, show off, right? And then she was like, yeah, it's because I keep having this recurring dream that my teeth fall out of my mouth in the middle of my conversation. So like I wake up and I floss and I'm like extra diligent about taking care of my teeth. And then I responded, I was like, it's amazing how you are completely incapable of chilling the fuck out. And then she goes,
I know.
No, she goes, got it from my mama. And I fucking laughed my ass off. And then I sent that stupid emoji that she sends with the nails and the eyelashes, but she's like that. That shit was funny. And I'm apparently gross or my gums are apparently gross. Let me see.
Because he doesn't floss.
Dude, I don't know. They look. That's the
you
weird
need
thing.
Those teeth.
Honestly,
bongs.
Hold on.
Huh?
Honestly, I was like, they don't look gross. But then when I went to the dentist, they were like, yeah, you don't floss. You need to floss. It's really important. And they were like, your gums are super gross and like inflamed and whatever. And then they were like, I can tell just by looking at them. So then right now I was about to be like, they don't look gross. Look. But then I'm like, what if you're a dentist and you see this and you're like, ugh, dirty bitch. You know what I mean? Like,
and then you're a dentist who's on TikTok and they see that and they show this clip and they're like, yeah, they actually do look gross. Look, you can see. And then they start like
is it supposed to be lighter over here? You know what I mean? Like white? What the fuck is that? That shit's hard. Anyways.
I don't think gums are supposed to be white.
I don't know. Anyways.
They're just not supposed to be that. That's all I know.
They don't bleed when I floss anymore, so I think we're making progress. I got the mouthwash.
They used to bleed.
I got the mouthwash that says healthy gums, so I'm like, this is a good step in the right direction, and I use it all the time.
The blue one?
Yeah.
I alternate between that one and the pink one.
What's the pink one?
Cavities.
Ew, dirty motherfucker.
No, it's so I don't get them. Also, I just like how that one tastes better, so I like alternating.
Bro, you know how you know you're getting old? I thought about this the other day. I was going to post it, and then I was going to tell mom, and then I didn't do either. You know how you know you're getting old?
No. How?
When shopping at a new Target that you've never been to before
is exciting.
Is like the highlight of your day.
The highlight? Damn, you are getting old.
And it's really said, highlight is a bit of an exaggeration. On that particular day, I filmed with Devin the boys.
You hung out with your friends.
So
going
on
to that Target
day,
was the highlight
that was
of
the
your
fun
day?
part of the day. But on any other regular day, going to the new Target and being like, ooh, I'm gonna buy all the same shit I always buy in this new Target, that would have been like a cool little thing. Like the first time I went to Senders up in San Fernando, I had to go grocery shopping that day too, and I went to a Target up there, and I was like, so cool. I think I took you to that Target. Why were we up there? Did we go to Senders?
To get cheese.
To get what?
Or was it the one in the mall? It's like P.
No, why did we go up there? No, we weren't up there. I was up there, and I was on the phone with you, and I was about to be like, it was the time that we were talking about this, and that, but no, you weren't there. I was just on the phone with you. What the fuck is that?
It's a tiny screwdriver.
For your phone? What are you taking apart?
Booty hole.
We're gonna skip the fact that you just said that. What are you taking apart?
Why? Nothing. It was for, what is this for? It's for it was one of the Christmas gifts that came with it. I think the salt gun that you got me. It's for that. But I like it because it's tiny and it makes me think of I'm a giant kite. All I need is a tiny toilet now.
The answer is no. I'm gonna lose it. Have you loaded and used that salt gun? I'm taking it away from you. I'm going to Minnesota for your birthday, and I'm stealing it.
Okay.
You don't appreciate me.
I haven't seen any spiders.
It doesn't matter.
Why not? And it's cold outside. I don't want to get the spiders outside. Leave them outside. If I open the door, it'll come inside. All right, come to Minnesota, and I'll shoot you in the ass with it. So I'll use
Stop talking about buttholes, bro.
Okay, fine.
No, shut up! Shut up! You're making me talk with my mouth full.
You always talk with your mouth full.
I know. I said that, and then I was like, "Who have I become?" I was always the motherfucker talking with his mouth full in our youth.
Our sister hates it.
Yeah, fuck her.
Oscar hates that our sister hates it.
I don't hate that she hates it. I hate that she like thinks I'm obligated to care that she hates it. You know what I mean? Like she'll be like, "Ew, you're talking with your mouth full," and then expect me to like give a fuck and stop or something. You know what I mean? Like I'm not my own person who could do whatever I want. Anyways.
He hates that she hates it.
I might stop if I feel gross or if I'm like on a date or something, but it's the type of thing like you only pretend to not do it for the first date and then eventually you like be yourself and then it's like it's too late at that point. You know what I mean? You know what I don't like? I don't like when girls act like that's not normal. Like when like
what, lying?
No. Like being on like particularly good behavior for a date, for a first date. And then like showing your true colors later is like some fucking crime or some shit. And it's like, no.
I wish.
That just happens whenever you meet new people. Like you don't necessarily make like the dark.
I wish.
You don't necessarily go into like the extremes of like your sense of humor or your opinions on things or like, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's a layer at a time with everyone.
I wish some of my friends would know it more. Because they be telling me about their first dates. And I was like, you did what on your first date? They're like, yeah, but like it was just that thing. I was like, just that thing? That thing was what? And also,
it's
that's his best behavior? Like, bitch, what the fuck? I don't know. But maybe that's just me.
Right.
No, I do that all the time. I do that with strangers, not even just first dates. Because I'm an asshole and I know it. So I need them to like me first. And
Stop
then I'll
playing with your cat. Because I'm eating, and between me eating and you playing with the cat, we're not talking enough. And you're always eating, so you can't get mad at me for eating, because it's my turn finally.
You're the only one having assumptions that I'm getting mad at you for eating.
No, before you start talking shit about like, well, maybe you shouldn't be eating.
Maybe you should eat fucking faster.
See? Like I said.
I wasn't going to. I thought if I'm getting yelled at for doing it, may as well do it, you know? Bro, it's so cold right now. I'm in Minnesota, right? And it was like in the negative 20s, but it felt like it was like in the negative 30s, which is crazy to me. What do you mean it feels like? But it actually is, which I get it because the wind, whatever. It felt like it was in like negative 35, but it was in the negative 20s. All I know is that I was frozen. But you see this here? You see that? That's my septum. It's metal. Do you know what happens to my septum when it's cold out? It gets cold. But like metal cold. And you know what happens? Tell me, honestly, tell me if anyone else has this happen to them. Okay, not this next part. I'll let you know which part. You know how when it's cold and there's a pole, and you know that movie where the dude like licks the pole and his tongue got stuck on the pole? It was just like, right?
That's a real thing, yeah.
That's a real thing, and it actually happens. You know what happens?
You know what? Sorry, I'm so sorry.
No.
I was really committed to letting you just talk, but I have a funny story to tell about that real quick before we get into something else.
No, I'm finishing my story.
It's so closely related.
You can say it after then. You know what happens when it's cold and you're sick and you have a metal piercing in your nose?
In your face?
And you're sick, like kind of sick, like you have runny boogers. The boogers run. and they get stuck on the piercing. And you can't move your piercing, or I try to move it because like I just like went like this, and it hurt because it was like pulling my fucking skin. It hurt, and then I had
Like
to go
the
to the
like the
bathroom.
boogers create like a glue around the hole of it.
Onto the skin. Yeah, like it was like it just wasn't
Like it
moving, and then I
glues
had
the piercing to the skin around the hole, so like it doesn't
yeah,
move
I
like forward and
guess
back and shit.
it wasn't moving, and I had to go. I was like inside, and I was like trying to defrost my nose, my piercing, and then I went to the bathroom,
Put hot water on it, goofy ass.
and then I was at work. You think I just casually have hot water to like, oh, just give
Go
me
to
a
the
second.
bath. Just put water.
I did that eventually, but do you know how far I have to walk for work?
That's amazing, bro. If the mucus is like glue, then it's like Osmosis Jones when they're in the nose and Drix like loads the shit and starts like fixing up the dam and stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Super cool.
Anyways, so let me know if anyone else has happened that if that has happened to anyone else. It hasn't happened since I stopped being sick. It only happened that one time. Actually, let me clarify. It only happened that one time because after that, I was paranoid, and my jacket, it like comes up to my chin. I was just walking like tucked in like this, walking around like
looking
this.
like SpongeBob with the suds and shit.
Yeah, literally. Because I was paranoid, and then now my nose isn't running anymore, and it's no longer in the -20s.
In the summer, does it get hot?
It can, but I'm not outside long enough. Yeah, I feel like it gets colder quicker than it gets hot. No, it does. I've noticed when I'm sick, and like, you know how sometimes your breath just feels hot when you're sick?
Yeah.
It'll happen to where my piercing is hot. Like, and I'll notice if I have like a fever or something, and like my piercing feels hotter than like my skin. So it does get hot.
Nah, but I'm talking about like in the sun, like you're outside there and it's hot, and then you touch it and it's like, and you're like, ow.
No, not that I've noticed.
Like I said, no.
Maybe it does.
Anyways, damn it, I forgot already. Oh,
tongue pull.
You know how I found out this tongue sticking on the frozen pole thing was real?
When it happened with me in the paleta?
No, that didn't happen with you. What the fuck are you talking about? You got your tongue stuck to a paleta?
We'll circle back.
Just eat it, you fucking loser. Anyways,
we'll circle back.
We were watching that movie or something similar where they were showing it, and then Big O was like, "You know that's real?" And I was like, "What? The tongue sticking to the pole?" And he was like, "Yeah." And then I was like, "No way." And then he was like, "Want to bet?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then we went to the freezer and we took out a beer that had been left in there, and it was just like frozen over, like complete, like frozen to where it expanded and the bottom was like pushed out and shit, right?
Oh.
And he was like, "Put your tongue on this beer right here." And I stuck my tongue to a fucking beer and I left it for a few. I stuck it like, bleh. And then I was like, it didn't stick. And he was like, "You have to leave it, asshole." And then I was like, bleh. And then it was stuck. Not that bad. I was able to just like pull it off, but it like hurt. Like it cuts you a little bit. But I was like, wow, that's amazing. And then I never did that shit again. I did it like 2 more times just to see if it worked again. But
was it just a fluke?
Yeah, I was like, he put glue on it. Let me try the other side.
He put glue on it. Let me try it with this chicken breast.
Nah, but yeah, that shit's amazing. It's amazing. What happens is it like, actually, I've never looked into exactly how it happens.
I was about to say, you know how it happens. And then I was like, why am I surprised?
It like burns your tongue or like defrosts it. Like, you know how like, this is what I think happens. You know how like with liquid nitrogen, if you like dip stuff in it, it fucking freezes it and like condenses it so much that it like becomes brittle.
Sure.
Why don't you know anything? I think
you know everything.
I think it's that sort of thing where like the little points of your tongue that are touching the pole, they like condense to the point where it like fuses. But then it's like it's stuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it would be something like that.
One time we went to Disneyland.
Ooh.
And we got paletas, which are just the fruit popsicles, right? I got paleta, other people got other stuff. And when they were giving it to me, the paleta, they're like, you have to wait a little bit, otherwise it'll get stuck. And I was like, okay. So I thought I waited a reasonable time. Apparently, my big back didn't know what a reasonable time was because I went to lick it and then my tongue got stuck. I waited like 5 seconds. I did not wait that long. But my tongue got stuck. I was like, ah! And it was summer. It was hot. It was hot outside. But the paleta was just so cold. And I was like, oh. And then mom started laughing at me. And I was just like, oh. And then I was like, it's not the time. I couldn't do it. You know, but I was like, it's not the time to laugh right now, right? She's laughing. It's okay, it's here. And she starts pouring water down my tongue. And a fucking employee was like, oh, no, you're supposed to wait before you lick it. Otherwise, it gets stuck on your tongue. And I was like, no shit,
No
bitch.
longer useful, bitch.
No, really? No, like,
bitch.
bitch. I was so annoyed. I remember because I was already annoyed. I was like, she literally just said it. And like, you waited like 5 seconds thinking I was going to do anything. Like, you fucking idiot. And then this bitch comes like, yeah, you fucking idiot. And I was like, oh, fuck it. Anyways.
You look so fucking dumb when you do that shit, bro. It drives
It's
me
the
crazy.
point.
I know.
It's the point.
But you don't look like funny dumb. You look like so fucking lame. Like,
it's the point.
nah, but not like. Do it again. How do you do it?
fucking fight you, bitch. You're laughing. It's funny enough.
But I'm laughing at you.
I know.
I'm not laughing with you.
I'm laughing. So I'm laughing with you, laughing at me.
No, you're not laughing. My dad used to tell me that shit. Because I used to tell him, I had my fair share of getting made fun of in school, right? And so I used to tell him like, oh, this kid called me that, or this kid called me this, or this person said that, and everybody was laughing, or whatever. Or like I would get pissed, and then they would call me Oscar the Grouch, and I'd be like, that's not fair. You pissed me off. I wasn't just mad to begin with.
Will you get triggered if I start calling you Oscar the Grouch when you're grumpy?
Yeah, I would. Like, I'll actually stop talking to you. I'm not dealing with that shit again. Because you guys used to do that shit too. Anyways, everybody's always called me that shit, or especially at the time when it was more popular. So it was shit like that, right? And then I would tell him like, oh, they're doing this, they're doing that, whatever. And then he would try and fucking lie to me. Here's the problem. Sometimes I was dumb enough to believe Big O's lies. Other times I saw right through that shit. I was like, you're full of shit. Like I've known since I was 8 years old he was full of shit about this thing, right? He would try and tell me when they're laughing and making jokes and doing this and that, he would be like, they're not laughing at you. They're laughing with you.
With you.
And at that fucking age, I was like, I'm not fucking laughing. So no, they're not laughing with me. They're laughing at me. I don't think this is funny. I'm not having a good time. Eventually, I got better at that shit, right? Because now, like, we can make fun of each other and it's all good. You fat fuck. Stop putting
wanted to know
the fucking chile candy on the fucking
peanuts. I wanted to know how it would taste. I bet it's gonna be delicious.
Anyways, if I'm not laughing, you're not laughing with me. Fuck you.
I laugh at Oscar all the time, apparently.
No, I laugh a lot of times.
Yeah, I can see. Shove it in there. I didn't even realize that when I first said it. And then I realized it like a half second after I said it. And then you got quiet, and I was like, he's chewing. I was like, no, he's not even chewing. And then I looked, and then I saw your face. And then it was funny again. So how's that apple? You know what would taste so good right now?
I feel like a horse.
That apple?
Shut up, you fucking Mexican.
It would be delicious.
Anyways.
And you fucking know it.
Let's get into this.
Let's get into it.
Today's idea is popular movie. Shut up, Sofia. Is popular movie conspiracy theories. Now, we're not familiar with that many movies, so we're gonna have to stick to really popular ones. Here's the thing: the first 8 here, pretty sure Sofia doesn't know half of them. But anyways, let me see. Which one are you? Okay, that one you should be familiar with.
The movies or the theories?
Both the movies and well, you have to know the movie in order to understand the basis of the theory. Dumbass. Popular movie conspiracy theories. In the Titanic, don't look them up yet. Don't look them up. You're gonna see the ones that I'm reading. Titanic. You've seen the Titanic, right?
No.
What? Liar. One theory.
Share the door, Rose.
One theory is that Rose imagined Jack the whole time. That he was fake. It's a figment of her imagination because she was depressed in her shitty housewifey ass life, and Jack was like a kind of escape from that.
I don't buy it.
That could be why she didn't share the door. She's like, I can't share the door with you. You're not real.
Nah. Or her survival instincts were like, if I share this door, it won't float anymore. Fuck that guy.
All right. Theory debunked. Anyways.
Theory debunked.
Moving on. This one's cool, but you're not going to know it. But I think it's still cool. No, you're positive?
I might.
Fucking positive, you're not going to know.
If I know it, you owe me $100. And if I don't know it, then you were right.
Sophia's not joking when she does that shit. That's genuinely, hold on, quick sneak peek into our real lives. That's genuinely how Sofia negotiates. Sofia is the most unreasonable negotiator I've ever met.
And then you come back
constantly,
and say...
No, she refuses to like agree on reasonable, fair terms to leverage. It's like, it's terrible. Like I remember when we used to argue and negotiate about like doing the dish, because we all had to. Here's the thing. My mom raised us in an equal fucking household, which meant that I was doing dishes and all sorts of shit that they were doing too. Like we were all doing everything, right? So we would rotate between like, it's my turn to do the dishes, it's Sophia's turn to do the dishes, this, that, whatever. Every now and then, my mom would be like, clean the house. We're having people over. Just all of it, clean it. And she would leave us to figure the fuck out who's doing what. So then me and Sofia would be like, oh, I'll do this if you do that. Or I'll take care of this, you take care of that. Because we didn't have two of everything. Like we can't both be sweeping. We can't both be mopping. So then we would start debating shit where I'm like, hey, I'll mop if you sweep. Because I fucking hate sweeping and I'd rather mop. And she was like, nah. And she'd be like, I'll sweep if you mop and do the dishes. Or like, I'll sweep if you mop and dust. And I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, I think every reasonable person can agree that mopping is already harder than sweeping. But I fucking hate sweeping. So like, you take the easy one, right? And Sophia's like, yeah, but I don't feel like sweeping. So you got to do more than that if I'm going to sweep.
And you don't want to sweep. You hate sweeping. So in terms of value...
And then she would come up with that bullshit where she's like, nah, but I hate it so much. She was like, I hate sweeping so much that it's harder than mopping to me on this bullshit, bro. It would fucking piss me off. That shit would drive me crazy. Because if you were a guy, I would just punch you in the face or something and be like, sweep, you little bitch. You know what I mean? Like, if you were my younger brother, it would be so simple. Man, I was going to say, I don't think about that enough, but no, I need to not think about it because then it's just going to drive me crazy.
If I was a brother instead of
if you were a dude, you know how different things would be? Crazy. Anyways.
You would feel so inferior because I'd get all the bitches.
That's so fucking, what fucking proof do you have of that? Anyways.
Because I get all the bitches as a girl. Why wouldn't I?
That's easy because you're a girl, fucking dummy. Anyways.
Not all the dudes.
Anyways. On to the next conspiracy theory.
Anyways, I'm a great negotiator.
Do you know who Kevin McAllister is?
Yeah, from Home Alone.
Okay. There's a theory that Kevin McAllister grew up to be Jigsaw in the Saw movies. What do you think?
I think I haven't seen the Saw.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said before this that you're not gonna know. Saw, you know the Rick and Morty, oh my god, fuck. Now you can't see these movies because you're just gonna be thinking of Rick and Morty. The Rick and Morty episode with the Vindicators where they go and Rick is all drunk on the screen and he's like, welcome to your reckoning, baby.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's just a bunch of games.
Where they had the chainsaw up the butthole one and then they had the one right there and they're like, I would switch with you. Where they're like, you have to find the key.
What the fuck are you talking about?
There's listen, there's a person, right? And they have like a bunch of like contraptions. One of them has like a bear trap like on the face. Another one has like a chainsaw like that's running, but like it's like attached to where it's like about to go up your butthole, but then once the timer's gone, it was gonna go up it. Like it's gonna start like sawing you in half through your butthole.
Okay,
Haven't you
maybe
seen Saw?
no. No, I'm familiar with the movies and what they are. I've never seen any of them.
I'm familiar. I've seen clips of it. Okay. Oh, because they're saying he grew up to be that dude because like he was like already doing all this intricate stuff as a kid and as an adult. Clearly, he's gonna grow up with issues. How did he get forgotten at home not once but fucking twice? You know, like
Almost kidnapped, almost
almost
murdered,
kidnapped, almost murdered.
not
Learned
loved
from
by
a
his
young
family,
age. It's
not loved
kill
by his
be
family.
killed.
Interesting. Anyways, well, I was gonna talk about the Rick and Morty episode, the Vindicators one, where Rick is like on the screen and he's like, "Welcome to your reckoning, baby," and he's like, "Figure out the puzzle or you're gonna die." That whole episode is making fun of Saw, or it's like playing off of Saw.
Yeah. When you had said Rick and Morty Vindicators, I remembered the episode, and then that's how I was like, oh, I do know what Saw is.
So what do you think? Do you think he did? That would make sense to me. I think the thing that makes me buy it is that he hates his family and his family doesn't appreciate him, which is proven in the two movies, right? That's the biggest thing. Not just the contraptions, but the emotional trauma of nobody loves me. Though I need to see more of the Saw movies so I can know what do they ever explain in the Saw movies why the Saw dude does it? Or is it some bullshit about like the people that he traps in the games are like no, is it something like they're like bad people and he's like punishing them as this like fucking vigilante of society? Like, you guys are shitty corporate CEOs, so now you're in this game, fucking, yeah, you know? Like Squid Game type thing. No, not Squid Game. Squid Game's the opposite. I'm talking to you.
And I'm listening.
So put the cat down. You're not engaged in this conversation if you're busy picking up the cat and holding him in front of the camera. Get that stupid look off your face, Cyrus.
No, I don't know. I don't believe it. I feel like when it comes to like movie theater, movie theories, like if the same producer didn't make it or like it's not within the same franchise, like I just don't buy it. You know?
Okay, those are the only. Okay, here's the other one. Here's another one. This one is not that interesting to me, but it's one of the only ones that you're gonna know. Some people think Aladdin is set in like a dystopian future because Genie is making all sorts of pop culture references. So then it's like, oh, Genie's super old. He's referencing a bunch of old shit from the past. It's not like fourth wallish, you know? Interesting.
Okay. I don't know if I buy it, but I can see where it comes from.
Well, like, what would you need to buy it?
More than references.
Okay.
Like if when they were going through like like when they were going in the cave, right, and they're seeing all like the gold, the rug, that's where they find the rug. If like there was something in there like a DVD player or like, you know what I mean, like just like modern things there, like, you know what I mean, something more like that, then I'm like, okay, I could buy it. Because if that's supposed to be super old and there's a DVD player in there, you know what I mean?
Makes sense.
I'm gonna tell you a conspiracy theory. You ready?
The way you say it though, I'm like, I bet she just came up with this herself.
I didn't actually. I looked it up. Okay. But are you ready?
Yeah.
So there's some popular theories that in Up, Carl dies at the very beginning of the adventure, and he's traveling with Russ, who's an angel, who's taking him to heaven.
And that's Paradise Falls?
And that's Paradise Falls. Do you believe it?
Nah, it's stupid, because at the end, they're not at Paradise Falls. They're in the blimp thing, and they go and get ice cream and stuff.
Because you realize that his paradise is still living.
Nah, stupid.
Okay. Yeah, I don't believe it either, but I saw it, and I was like... I want to see if he believes it. Okay, there's a theory that Boo from Monsters, Inc., little kid, purple shirt, Boo, you know, grows up and becomes the witch from Brave because she's all obsessed with doors and magic.
Hold on. Sorry. Oh! No,
I'm not buying it.
because I was like, well, hold on. Monsters Inc. is obviously like an alternate dimension thing. But then I was like, wait, what do we know about Boo in like the human world? But no, she's in like a modern world. So why would she grow up to be in like a medieval brave? You know what I mean?
Scottish. Yeah.
Dumb. Unless Scotland's like that far behind, which I don't think he is. But
There's a darker interpretation that in Peter Pan, that Peter's actually the villain because he's kidnapping kids and not letting them grow up.
oh
And
yeah,
Hook is the one trying to save them. Be like, go.
yeah, I've heard some shit
It
about
may
that. That like Hook is like, cause what's the quote unquote story for Peter Pan? That's the thing about movies like that. Like they're so classic, and you saw them so long ago that I kind of forget what the hell they're even about. You know what I mean? Or like what the narrative or the story is. The narrative is that Peter is like trying to save them from growing old and dying and or becoming adults because being an adult sucks or some shit, right? And Hook, what do they claim is the problem?
he's just a pirate
But he's
who
trying to
attacks them.
like, no, nah, I don't like that theory. Because there's all sorts of other shit where like, you know how Hook is afraid of the crocodile, and the crocodile like swallows a clock, so the crocodile is like ticking. The crocodile is supposed to just generally be representative. I heard other things where people talk about the crocodile as representative of death in general, and like the clock is to like enhance or highlight the like inevitability of it. So then Hook,
Growing old.
yeah, Hook. Why would Hook be wanting to save these kids if he's always scared of like the inevitability of death and this and that and whatever? You know what I mean? Like,
What if Hook was one of those children and he escaped?
okay,
And
but
he's like,
still, why is
hey,
he coming back?
I have a question actually. In Neverland, could you be an adult and like go there as an adult and stop aging?
I don't know.
Because if you can, then Hook was like, you don't gotta leave them as kids, let them grow up and then stop aging. And maybe that's why he's trying to get them.
Nah, but isn't the whole idea that like adulthood sucks too?
Yeah. I guess.
So there's this one theory I found that we could talk about, but you're not gonna know enough to like talk about it. But it's interesting. Some people theorize that you remember Bird Box,
Yeah.
the movie where the monsters make
I
everybody kill
said
themselves
yes.
and they like walk around with like blindfolds and stuff. Some people claim that the movie or theorize that the movie is the rapture. Now I'm sure you don't know what the rapture is. The rapture, to my understanding, is supposed to be, you know how the whole thing about Jesus is that like he was here and he died for our sins and one day he'll be back and he's taking all the homies to heaven and then everyone else is going to die. That's the rapture, I think. So then the claim is that Bird Box is the rapture and the like monsters are angels and
Taking
like
you to heaven.
taking you to heaven, but you have to die. Interesting. But then I'm like,
Nah.
but then it's all, well, I don't know. Cuz in the movie all the fucking loonies are the ones that can see the monsters and not kill themselves, right? Remember? But then that would go to say that they're like inherently bad people. Interesting, right? You know what I didn't like about Bird Box? That it's ended so like open-endedly. Like they never discover what the monsters are or like how to move forward in society.
Endings.
If you're not gonna have a part 2, fucking wrap it up, bro. Like, okay, there's just monsters and that's just life now? That's stupid. Right? Shitty story.
Oscar, you should watch Heated Rivalry.
Okay. Anyways.
Okay.
I'm not going to, but that was a
It's about
useless
hockey.
thing to say.
Apparently, there's a theory that says that Gaston from Beauty and the Beast is the one who killed Bambi's mom in the beginning of that movie.
How the fuck do they figure?
Because a hunter killed Bambi's mom, and Gaston is a hunter who kills deer.
That's it?
Yeah, I think so.
What a shitty theory. Anyways.
No, do you know of the theory? Which, like, I'm like, that'd be crazy. The theory that Tarzan's parents are Elsa and Anna's
Oh yeah.
parents.
That's pretty interesting. It makes sense.
Yep. And also that Rapunzel is somehow related to Elsa and Anna.
Have you seen the thing where in Luca, on the tower that Luca hangs out in, there's like a little doorway of stones, and people say that it's like Rapunzel's tower because there was like the doorway where Mother Gothel snuck up there.
That would be interesting.
Right? Here's a good one. Shrek. There's a theory that Donkey is a Pleasure Island child. As weird as that sounds. Apparently, if you watch the old Pinocchio, it's like, what the hell is going on here? Right? I've seen clips on it. I'm going to read the thing right here. Shrek, obviously, Shrek is like a parody type thing where like a bunch of the characters are parodies of other famous characters from other famous stories, right? One of the only characters that isn't a play off of like a stereotype of a genre is Donkey, right? And they're like, but what if Donkey is actually one of the wayward children from Pinocchio who's transformed into a donkey on Pleasure Island and then sold into slavery? The thing is, there are certain things that, and then right here it says there are nuggets that support this interpretation. Of course, the character makes fleeting references to the past, talking about, and he like not only he makes references to the past, but he talks about very human seeming experiences like getting wedgies and shit. How the fuck are you gonna give a donkey a wedgie, right? And everyone seems to be surprised by the fact that he's a talking donkey. You know what I mean?
Means it's not normal type thing.
Yeah. And Pinocchio comes out in Shrek.
I was about to say, I'm buying it. I can buy it. I can get behind that.
Interesting, right?
I can get behind that one. I have a theory for you. How much do you know about Mary Poppins?
I don't know shit about Mary Poppins.
Well, let me tell you a little bit about Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins is a nanny who floats on an umbrella and nannies children. And no, that wouldn't be a good example. She works on belief. Like, that's why she like goes there. So like, as long as like the children like see and believe her and fucking listen to her and all that, like she works, that's how she lives. And then she goes to the next children's when they're old and like on and on, right? There's a theory that it and Mary Poppins are like the same species, just like a different breed. Because it
is like evil.
He's evil, but it lives not on like fear itself, but fear of children, like children's fear in him. Like they have to be scared of him. And Mary Poppins is more of like a love like thing. But it's crazy. You need to I wish I remembered more because I saw a TikTok on this and like we're talking about this and then it reminded me and I was like, it was crazy. Like I was just like, I think I can get behind this. Like I'm like, the theory, hold on, let me look it up real quick. The theories were theorying. You know what I mean? Like I was just like, that
makes sense. I mean, I don't know what you're looking up, but like that, it makes sense to me.
No, because like, if you think it makes sense, it makes more sense. You know?
I was just watching this yesterday. Have you heard the whole Jessie, Andy's mom theory about Toy Story?
No.
So in Toy Story, Andy has Woody, right? But Woody has a brown pointy hat. But Andy has a red round hat with the white stitching around the edge, not matching Woody's, obviously, right? Andy's hat matches Jessie's hat, which is red and round with the white shit around it. So there's a theory that Andy's mom was Jessie's owner, Emily or whatever the fuck her name was, and
before
that
she left her out.
And so like she had the hat, and so like when they show Jessie and they show the flashbacks of her laying in the bed and shit, there's a hat like the owner Emily's or what the fuck is it? Emily. She says it in the movie, right? Because Emily was the same way or whatever. Emily's hat is right there on the bed and it's red, so it's like clearly Jessie's owner had a hat.
I can see that.
I don't know, right?
I can get behind it.
I can see it, but I don't. Like, if the mom was getting rid of Jessie, why would she keep the hat? You know?
Because the hat, maybe it was the mom's mom that kept the hat. And then, like, she grew older and she was like, oh, there's a theory that Elsa and Anna's parents died on their way to Flynn and Rapunzel's wedding because Flynn and Rapunzel end up going at the end of the movie when they have the coronation.
Yeah, but they didn't die. They crashed and they had Tarzan, and then they died later.
they were on their way to their wedding.
Interesting.
Because they heard about Rapunzel's magical healing powers. You know, they were trying to heal Anna. She was all fucked up. I just came up with that part right there. It makes sense, right? I was like, why do you automatically believe it less? Because I came up with it.
Because I don't
rude.
trust.
It's
like,
rude.
Your reasoning.
Disrespectful.
You know.
Anyways. Oh, apparently there's a new theory that Ariel exploring, you know, in the beginning of the movie Ariel, she's exploring a ship. There's apparently a theory that that ship is the one that crashed from Anna and Elsa's parents were on.
What's the evidence?
It's a ship in the sea. That's what I'm getting. And it's surprisingly similar to the one in Frozen. That's what I'm getting. Oh, I'm seeing the Aladdin takes place in a post-apocalyptic future. Captain Hook is responsible for murdering Ariel's mother and Peter Pan. Oscar, speaking of, apparently there's a theory that Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh escaped from Pleasure Island in Pinocchio. There's also the theory that all of the Winnie the Pooh characters are like forms of mental disorders, like depression and the eating disorder and like that.
Yeah. Oh my
God.
There's
a theory.
There's all these. Hold on. Sorry, I'm looking up other theories too, and then I found this one, and it was like, popular theories that have been confirmed to be true. One of the theories was that Harry Potter was a Horcrux of Voldemort. That's not a fucking theory. Like, that is known.
I wonder. No, but I wonder if before it came out, that was a theory.
Before what came out? The movie?
And the books? Like before, because you know, you write a book, then there's a time where you don't read anything because the author's writing the book.
Isn't it like...
So maybe it was...
They let it be known from the beginning? No, because they don't even mention anything about Horcruxes until like the 6th book or some shit.
You've read all the books?
I'm on the 3rd. I know they don't mention anything about them in the 1st and 2nd.
Well, maybe when they mention it and not the last one, before you find out that Harry's a Horcrux.
But still, that's not a theory. No, if it's confirmed in the fucking work, it's not a theory. That's stupid.
It was a theory.
No, it's not now. We're talking now. Here. It's not a theory.
But it used to be one.
No. Yeah. A theory is like saying Dumbledore is gay.
It's a wish your brain makes.
Because I've heard that according to J.K. Rowling, she was like, yeah, that motherfucker's gay. But it's never explicitly stated in the fucking work. I mean, no, they say it in the...
hate gay people?
No, she doesn't like trans people.
Oh.
Are you saying they're the same?
Bitch.
No, Dumbledore being gay is confirmed in the Grindelwald movies.
Yeah, but that's assuming you... Like, Celeste hates those, and she's a diehard Harry Potter fan. She just sees those as literally just a cash grab.
No, those are cool.
I think they're cool, too. Apparently,
that was a theory, I guess, for a long time, but it's not a theory no more. Harry Potter's a Horcrux. That's well known. That's not a theory. That's stupid. Are you going to say one?
Yeah, there's a theory. I was just waiting to see that you were done talking. Apparently, there's a theory that Nemo isn't real, and he's just living as a figment of Marlin's imagination because of his grief, because of the beginning when he lost all them kids. And
I've heard another theory that
the mom ate the eggs.
The mom ate all the eggs.
I know!
That's supposedly clownfish. Sometimes that happens.
And
you know
so
what? The theory is that she did that shit, and then Marlin was just super like depressed and sad and shit. That Finding Nemo.
And
was
you
all
know
fake.
what? And we're putting Nemo is still fake, right? She was like, I ain't ready to be a mom, nom, 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 right? And then she was so like, traumatized by herself, you know what I mean? She's like, fuck, what did I just do? She ran away. She's still living out there somewhere, okay? Marlin assumes it was this dude who fucking, killed them all. And he was just like...
The Barracuda or whatever it is?
Yeah. That's why he thinks it was that. And then he's in grief. And then he starts imagining Nemo.
Yeah, but that's dumb too.
I do think the mom ate
for a second, it could make sense.
Because they were also saying...
No, for a second, it could make sense. Because like throughout the whole movie, or throughout a lot of the movie, he's like talking about Nemo, and everybody's like, "What? Nemo? Who? Where? Huh?"
What?
But then there are characters that see Nemo and they talk to Nemo and they interact with Nemo, and like the pelican goes back and he's like, yeah, I've met your son, or like I've met your dad, and so like doesn't hold any weight, any water, I think, like at all.
I do think the mom ate him and then ran away. That's my theory.
And she just
Which was
left.
already half there. And she just left because she was like, fuck, Marlon's going to be depressed. Here, he can have this fucked up one. Because the egg was all fucked up. It was. Because she was about to bite into it. She was like, you know what? This one tastes a little funny. Let's leave it. And then it's like, what did I do? And then ran away.
Oh, you're an idiot, bro. That's funny. Oh, let me look up some TV show ones. Oh my god, this is amazing.
What?
Okay, I have two of them. One of them I don't understand at all, but I'm gonna tell you, and I'm sure you're gonna have something to say. One popular TV show theory is the Friends. Apparently, the Friends hallucination theory, which suggests that all of Friends
are Phoebe's hallucinations, or
it's
what?
it's a hallucination because Phoebe is a crazy homeless lady in New York who's just hallucinating that she has this like cool life with like 5 of her friends. I'm buying it. I'm sticking to that every time I watch Friends from now on.
I was gonna say it's funny because like you said hallucinations, and my mind went, who's the only one who would have hallucinations from the Friends group? And I was like, Phoebe. You know, which is why, because I had never heard that theory before. I don't know. I've always wanted to know more about Phoebe, because like, how does she fit in? Like, how did they meet Phoebe? Yeah, because like, how did they meet Phoebe? Because we know how. Yeah, because it would make sense. Because that crazy bitch was like, okay, how does everyone know each other? She's like, how does everyone know each other? Let's see. Monica and fucking Ross, siblings, easy, right? Rachel, childhood friends with fucking Monica, right?
Chandler, friend of Ross.
From fucking high school. Or not high school, from
college. No, high school too, no?
College. How did
I don't know how Joey and Chandler met.
I don't know how they met either.
Was it the roommate thing where he was like looking for a roommate and then Joey applied or some shit?
Maybe, because then that's when they were saying like how they had that crazy. Chandler had the crazy roommate before he had a new roommate.
Do they ever explain how Phoebe met any of them?
Any of them? That's what I'm trying to. How did it meet?
We need to ask Celeste. Ask Celeste.
No, I can't. How did?
Why not? Just FaceTime her.
My phone is recording.
Yeah, but FaceTime her on your iPad or FaceTime her on the FaceTime.
Oh, add her to the FaceTime?
Yeah, she won't come out. It'll still just record our end of it. All right, guys. We're officially gonna talk to our sister, but you're not gonna see or hear any of it. But we'll answer afterwards
if she answers. Oh, she answered. She's here.
Celeste. Okay, we have a quick question for you.
Impeccable timing. We're recording.
We're recording the podcast. You're not being recorded.
They can't hear you.
But we're talking about popular movie conspiracy theories and popular TV show conspiracy theories. We have a question. In Friends, how do Joey and Chandler meet? And how does Phoebe meet anyone? Like how and where does she become friends with any of them? Okay.
That's what I remember that.
The theory is that the entirety of the Friends TV show is fake and it's a hallucination that a homeless New York living Phoebe is having, where she's like a crazy homeless lady and the whole show is just her like imagining that she has friends and a life and this and that. And so we were talking about it and we were like, yeah, because like everybody knows each other from like all this other shit, but Phoebe's just there. But I don't know.
Our sister just debunked the Friends theory.
Our sister says that the show centers on Rachel more than anybody else because it starts off with her running away from her wedding and then it ends with her marrying Ross. So like if it was Phoebe that the show started off and ended with, then it would make sense.
Then maybe.
And that Phoebe, it like comes out the least out of everybody. So.
And also Phoebe mugged Ross when.
Oh yeah, apparently Phoebe mugged Ross when they were like.
Which I completely forgot about that until you brought it up. I
don't think I knew that. Yeah, that's why we.
And she's qualified because she was #1 in Texas and Friends quotes.
There's what is it? It was like on Quiz Up. There's an app if you guys don't know.
Love
if you guys aren't nerds.
Up, but Harry Potter Quiz Ups. I got so good at that.
Hey, I'm explaining. Quiz Up is an app where you can go take like quizzes of like different pop culture-y things. So you could like take quizzes on Friends and like what's Chandler's job or what's this or what's that. and our sister, our older sister, the one we're calling right now, you were number one in Texas, you said? She was number one in Texas on knowing Friends lore
Trivia.
and like number 50 in the US, which is actually insane. You fucking nerd. But
it was
oh
quotes.
no, it was just apparently it wasn't Friends trivia, it was Friends quotes about like who said what or whatever. Or what was said. That's actually, yeah, I think that is more impressive. Anyways.
What did Phoebe say in episode 6 of season 2?
Shut up, Sophia.
Ah,
yeah, you
fuck.
just to say the line and then
I
she'll
was just
tell
gonna
you
say
who
like
said
some
it.
like if you honestly you could have said anything and I would have believed you. Okay.
All right then. All right, that was it. We just wanted to know.
Yeah. Thanks. Love you too. She
nah,
said
fuck that. I still think Phoebe's crazy. Why can't she make up? Why can't Phoebe
the FaceTime? And Oscar was like, "Nah, fuck that!" Like immediately, the switch up was crazy.
Fuck that. Why can't Phoebe imagine some girl getting married? Like, why can't that be the start to her story that she's telling herself? She's crazy, you know. Anyways, I have a Game of Thrones theory.
Ooh.
I told you, this is the one that I was saying you're gonna like or care for, but I'm gonna have no idea. A popular theory, apparently, suggests that Bran Stark, whoever that guy is, through his warging abilities, I don't know what warging is, or warging?
Just keep talking.
W-A-R-G-I-N-G.
Yes, I know what you're talking
Bran
about.
Stark, through his warging abilities, is actually the Night King. Night with an N, not with a K.
Nah. Fuck that.
Fuck that theory. We don't agree with it.
Fuck that theory.
I don't even want to hear it explained. Shit. I don't get it. Sophia gets it. She said no. Fuck that theory.
I don't want to explain it because I still have hope that Oscar will watch it eventually.
Yeah.
And I don't want to spoil it because that gets into real spoiler territory if I start explaining why I don't believe it.
Yeah, no, don't say it.
I don't believe it. Shit theory. Boo. Boo.
Boo,
whoever did that, I hope you have diarrhea.
You have anything else you want to say?
We didn't talk about meth. Have you guys seen Breaking Bad? Is there any Breaking Bad?
there is one. There's a theory that the blue meth in Breaking Bad causes the zombie apocalypse in The Walking Dead.
Oh, that's funny.
Kind of stupid.
I don't get it.
But what do you mean you don't get it?
Because I haven't seen The Walking Dead, so I don't know how they came about or like why if they become zombies because of a certain
drugs or something
of meth. Yeah, like then it's like okay, I could see that because the whole thing was like, yeah, you don't make fucking meth like I do, you know. But I haven't seen Walking Dead, so I don't know if that is how it happened. But no, Oscar, I wish you watched Game of Thrones because there's actually a Game of Thrones theory that I do believe, and it's that Tyrion Lannister is actually a Targaryen.
Yeah.
You don't get it because you don't watch Game of Thrones.
I don't get it at all.
But I believe it. I believe it.
Debate it in the comments of this video right here.
I believe it. Yeah, debate it. Comment if you believe me, if you believe it, and if you want a separate video, just me. I saw it.
Oh, okay.
I can never win with him. I came up with one and he believed it less. I didn't come up with this one and he's disappointed that I didn't come up with it, apparently. Anyways, like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Let us know if you do meth.
Let us.
Bye.